Mhm.
Hello and welcome everyone back to Climate Tracker. I am so glad to be on the webinars again. It's been a little bit of a while and I've grown a bit lonely over the last couple of weeks, truth be told, but I'm so glad to be talking to you again. As you can see, I've got two of our past climate trackers, Renee Karanungan and Miralini, here with us, joining us from the Philippines and from India. So we've got a real global perspective here for you today. And as you know, we are announcing something pretty exciting today. We have the Break Free campaign that is coming up. And this is our little 15-minute introduction to the Break Free campaign. I hope there's some people out there timing me because we're going to do our best to keep under that 15 minutes. I want to give you a short snippet, a short kind of reality check to what this is going to be, because you've been asking some great questions in our Facebook event group and our Facebook group, and we're going to be trying to answer some of those questions for you here. Before I do, though, I'll just give a little bit of an introduction. What is the Break Free campaign? Well, over the next 2 months, so during April and May, Climate Tracker will be hosting one of our most exciting competitions, a writing competition whereby you can write articles focusing on the break-free key topics during particular publishing windows, so during particular times in those months. The first one will be April the 5th to April 15th, and then we'll have another one which is going to be May the 4th to the 15th. And during those publishing windows, if you're able to publish a certain amount of articles in mainstream or trade media, you will go directly into the running to be part of our team at COP22 in Marrakesh in Morocco. Woohoo! It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Moroccan food is probably the best I've heard in the world, and it's going to be a really exciting opportunity that is now open to all of you. And this Break Free campaign is your best and your first chance to get on that team. Anyone who might have remembered our program last year might have remembered that we had a very long application process for our COP21 team for the UN climate negotiations in Paris. This year we listened to a lot of your feedback, and we've decided to give a lot more opportunities to people, a lot more shorter competitive opportunities, so that you can secure your spot to be part of one of our amazing teams. And Renee was actually one of our team members in Paris. Renee, what was it like being part of the team last year?
It was really great. So not only because I got to go to the negotiations, but also meeting a lot of different people, young people from all over the world who have the same advocacy as me. I think it was like a really good experience.
All right, and do you think that parts of your lives have changed since getting involved in the Climate Tracker program last year?
Me? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I get to write more, publish more articles, and I get to see like a very macro perspective of the whole climate movement. So I think I've gained a lot of knowledge and skills in writing, and also like about the advocacy.
All right, great. Well, that's the opportunity that is available for all of you, and that's available for writers from all around the world. And I really hope that you are joining us from all around the world. There's no language preferences. There's no geographical preferences for those opportunities. They are absolutely open to everyone. And if you're joining us from the Democratic Republic of Congo, from Haiti, from Dominican Republic, from Chile, from Germany, you're all equally, I guess, equally available and ready to take on this competition, and it's open for all of you. But before you kind of are able to join our competition, you obviously have to know, what is it about? What is Break Free campaign? Well, the writing topics that we're going to give to you are going to be slightly different in both of those windows. We do that because we want to see people who are able to respond to specific topics, to specific research that we have, and are able to take that and make it into something really amazing and turn that into really, really great coverage of the topic in their own countries. But all of the topics over the next 2 months will be around the Break Free campaign. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, type in Break Free 2016 into Google right now, and you will see the, I guess, amazing actions that are happening all around the world. In a coalition led by 350.org, by Greenpeace, Oil Watch, and a host of other organizations, there's going to be direct action against fossil fuel plants around the world, from places such as Brazil, Nigeria, Germany, UK, Turkey, Indonesia, and the Philippines. And we're going to be trying to give coverage to this amazing global action that is happening around the world. And that's kind of generally what the topics are going to be about. But you have a lot of specific questions, so let's jump into those right now. So I've already kind of tried to explain to you what the campaign is about. It's generally about the importance of the push against fossil fuels around the world. We've seen last year the horrible impacts of air pollution on people's health around the world. Mrinalini, you're joining us from India, and that's a big issue in India right now, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. As in, because we are shifting, we're a very young economy, so we're trying to shift towards renewables, and our Prime Minister is focusing on that as a major indicator of development. So the debate regarding fossil fuels versus renewable energy is a massive debate in India right now.
So do you think that's a debate that young people writing articles and creating media content can really influence?
Yes, definitely. So because most of the debate is focused around our democratic need for energy, and most of our civil society organizations are led by youth, and which is why youth journalists who engage with this debate are likely to have the most impact in influencing public opinions regarding this issue.
And that's exactly why we're joining the debate, if you like, why we're trying to create an opportunity for you all to join the debate as well. We believe that young people have the best opportunity to influence government decisions right now about fossil fuels and our energy needs, and effectively about the future of our planet, because as we all know, if we see the news, that our decisions about energy needs right now are affecting our planet right around the world and will continue to do so for the rest of our lives. So, another question you've asked is, where do we publish our articles? Now, I've mentioned to some of you in emails that we're talking about trying to publish in nationally relevant mainstream and trade media. But many people are unsure what that means, and many people are unsure that they'll be able to publish articles in those media. We've even had comments saying that in some media it's very, very hard because particular countries make it very, very difficult. Now, both Mrinalini and Ayin have been in your positions. At different times in their writing careers, both of them have felt that, that it was impossible, that they would never be able to get published. But Mrinalini, can you share some of your experience in getting published and what it really means by mainstream and trade publications?
So when we talk about mainstream publications, it's the reputed magazines and daily newspapers that you read on a day-to-day basis, and those are seen as most prestigious. And trade magazines are the sort of publications that address, maybe just a youth demographic, or just people from, say, the environmental fraternity, or just architects or lawyers. So these are all magazines that are targeted towards someone. So for us, we think that at Climate Tracker, you should address all of these media. And for me, I was particularly discouraged initially when the mainstream media did not give me positive responses, because they had a specific sort of reputed and established journalists that they would like to publish. But then slowly, as you expand your reach towards the trade media, towards online media, you realize that there are several takers for your ideas, and you can definitely reach a wide audience.
So, Mrinalini, did it take you a few attempts to get published the first time you tried?
Yes, definitely. It was rather discouraging at the first instant, because I pitched my article several times. But I think after 5 or 6 tries, did I get a positive response from someone. So the idea is to keep at it, and there will eventually be somebody who is interested in your idea. So that's pretty much the standard procedure. But then we're always there to support you at Climate Tracker to make sure you're reaching out to the right sources.
And Renee, you've been actually kind of trying to help some of our writers get prepared for their, I guess, their process of writing, haven't you? I mean, I've been seeing a lot of articles on Climate Tracker recently, all about ways that they can improve their writing, how they can conduct an interview, and even kind of, I guess, extending on what Andreas wrote last year about the 8 simple steps that he used to improve his pitch. Can you kind of describe some of these resources that you're developing for people?
Yeah. So right now we're doing some what we call toolkits for writing and publishing, which you can actually find at the Climate Tracker website. So you can go to climatetracker.org, and there's a section there below that has like the tools which we were talking about. So we've started this week, and we've published quite a few already. So we started with like the 8 ways to improve your writing, and then we also now have a toolkit on um, introduction. How do you write an effective introduction, a good introduction to hook your readers? So we also have that. And then we just finished, today we finished our punctuation marks. How do you use punctuation marks correctly? So throughout this campaign, we will be giving you these toolkits almost every day, so you can just check the website here and there. And hopefully these toolkits will help you improve your writing, and therefore help you be published in like your local media or even international.
Absolutely, and as you may have known, as we kind of highlighted last year when Andreas wrote that article about 8 ways to improve his pitching, actually pitching to editors, emailing editors right now and telling them kind of what you're going to be writing about, and getting them ready to expect your articles is one of the key things that you can do to prepare yourself. Early next week, so it's Easter now, so we want you all to have a break, but early next week we'll be sending out the exact topics as well as some templates and interviews with key stakeholders around the world, highlighting the exact issues that you'll be focusing on for your first writing window, which, like I said, I'll repeat, is going to be between April 5th and April 15th. So now is a great time to start getting prepared, and that's why Renee has been preparing these great I guess, writing toolkits for all of you to use. Another question that you all had was, can you get a writing fellowship and be chosen to be part of the COP22 team at the same time? Now, I understand that that might be a little bit confusing. The way this is going to work is that after our first writing window, we'll be choosing a group of 15 fellows to undertake a writing fellowship with us, working directly, one-on-one, being mentored by us, and I guess working through to develop their skills in between during the month of April. Now, Mrinalini, you were part of a fellowship last year. Did you find that it had much of an effect on your ability to write?
Yes, definitely. When you have to pitch your articles to editors, and when you realize you have to focus on certain issues, research accordingly, it definitely developed my ability to write for audiences better, to be able to convey my ideas in a easy to understand manner, and to communicate effectively, and definitely reach out to a wider and larger audience than my usual blog, which I used to maintain. So yeah, the fellowship definitely helped me become a better writer.
And Renee, just to kind of specifically answer that question, you've been kind of working with fellows directly this year, and you'll be also working with many of our fellows throughout the month of April, helping them to kind of develop their skills. Is it possible that someone can get a writing fellowship and be a part of the COP22 team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so comparing this to last year, I was also one of the writing fellows from last year before the COP21. So definitely the writing fellowship that I got helped me prepare for the COP. So I was part of a writing fellowship, and then afterwards I became part of the COP21 team. So definitely anyone who gets a writing fellowship can go on and get the COP22 fellowship as well.
But Renee, why would someone want a writing fellowship? I mean, like I said before, the opportunity for Marrakesh is open for everyone. All they need to do is write a certain number of articles in the first publishing window in April and the second publishing window in May. So it's going to be 3 articles in total. And to be available for the writing fellowship, you're going to need to write 2 of those articles in that first writing public window. After you've written those 2 articles, we really know that you're ready to jump into a writing fellowship straight away, and we're really excited to work with you. But for everyone, you're able to write, if you're able to write 3 articles throughout those 2 publishing windows, those 2 opportunities, you'll be absolutely 100%, I guess, a candidate for our Marrakesh team for COP22. So, Renee, why would someone want to go for this writing fellowship? I mean, why would they want to write their 2 articles in their first publication window between April 5 to 15 and then potentially go for this fellowship?
Yeah. So as Mrinalini said, the fellowship is a very good opportunity for you to improve your skills as a writer and for you to widen, I guess, your audience, your publication. So the writing fellowship, uh, we mentor you one-on-one and we help you improve your writing skills, for example, and we help you improve your knowledge on climate change. And this also gives you more opportunity to get published. So if you know how to write well, if you know your knowledge on climate change is good, and you get to write better articles, you also get a higher chance of publishing them in your local or international media, which I think this is also very helpful if you want to go to the COP22, because in the negotiations, basically, we are going to write a lot of articles, and we are going to need a lot of good writing skills and good climate change knowledge to be able to do that. So the writing fellowship will definitely help you achieve these things.
All right, great, and thanks for that update, Renee. And Renee, you were actually part of some of our writing fellowships last year, which I hope kind of have created a really a positive impact on your ability to write. And I just wanted to stress to people that these writing fellowships, this is the I guess the first big group of writing fellows we've offered this year, and we'll be offering a number of those throughout the year. And they're aimed not just at the highest level journalists, at kind of full-time journalists. They're aimed at people all throughout the spectrum. We've had people who've never published an article before. As Mrinalini mentioned, she kind of also very much struggled to publish her first article, and Renee was much of the same. And we've even had people in our end-of-year UN climate negotiating teams that at the start of the year had never published an article before. So if you show that you have the drive, if you have the motivation, if you work your way through all of the, I guess, the writing toolkits that Renee has been preparing, and you really push yourself, reaching out to editors, finding their email addresses, then you can really give yourself the best possible opportunity. And from my perspective, it's always great to see. We're always looking for those people who haven't got, I guess, a traditional history in journalism, but are really ready to take that next step and have the motivation and the drive to do so. So the final question was, what do you do in COP22? Now, as you know, COP22 is the big opportunity here, and that is the final conference that we have in Morocco in November this year. It's the UN climate negotiations. And as you might have seen last year in Paris, the UN climate negotiations brought together the biggest gathering of world leaders in history. It's expected to be signed into law in April this year, with the largest signing on day one ever. Basically, we're talking about one of the biggest historical events in international law that you can imagine. Now, Mrinalini is a lawyer herself, so I can already see herself getting very, very excited just by mentioning the words international law and by thinking through all the contractual obligations that might mean. But what happens for our teams is that we bring together amazing teams of international writers that come together. We live together for over 2 weeks, and we connect and we share our knowledge, and we just have an amazing time together, creating really, really powerful media, because everyone comes to these conferences wanting to affect their national negotiators and wanting to affect national policy. And in the past, we've had a really good success rate of doing so. When we get young people together who are motivated, who can collaborate with other people from around the world, we have a really, really high chance of affecting international policy. And Renee, you were part of our team last year. What was that experience like for you in one sentence? How would you summarize it?
In one sentence, maybe it was eye-opening.
and eye-opening in a good way, right? Not eye-opening in like, you know, you accidentally walk into the boys' change rooms. We're talking like a positive eye-opening experience, right?
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, that's good to know. And what a lovely note to end on. So that's the campaign basics. We'll be sending out emails to everyone following up this webinar with all the information we listed, as well as links to all of those articles that are going up on climatetracker.org, and I guess the link again to the Google Forms of the opportunity that you can sign up to. Take this chance to share it around with your friends. This weekend is the Easter weekend. Right now in India, they're celebrating Holi. It's a great time to share the love around, share this opportunity. As you know, it's an amazing opportunity, and I would love to see you and your friends in our team in Morocco at the end of the year. It's a great chance for you to develop your writing skills, and a really, really important moment to get involved in what is going to be one of the most amazing direct action moments in the climate change movement. If you've gone onto the Break Free website already, you'll see that there are amazing actions happening all over the world, and this is your chance to be a part of it and to really kind of be a voice to those actions. As we know, there is very little people who hear and know about these actions if we don't write about it and if we don't push it into the public view. And this is your chance to be that voice. So join us. Join Renee, join Mrinalini, join myself as we tackle the Break Free campaign for the next month, and I hope we see you very soon. You can contact us through our Facebook group by directly emailing myself and getting in touch, and we really, really look forward to seeing from you soon. Bye.